Hello, my marshmallow peeps. So, this is a super, super duper special video. I'm sorry for my voice in advance. It's both morning and, we have a dog, in the house that we're dog sitting and I'm not used to, and it's the hair from him or something is making my throat, feel all scratchy. But this is a very special video, and if you cannot tell from the title of the episode and the thumbnail, it's amazing, that this is the first episode of my new series that I mentioned a long time ago in my big announcement video, and it is called Total Pokemon Walkthrough, which is going to be a video series where I'm going to be showing you guys how to make Total Pokemon Islands, or World Tours, or Actions, or whatever, based upon questions that you guys asked me. So, this is only going to be based off of one question, because it's both the pilot, and also because, this is the only question I've gotten so far, mainly because, I guess without the videos there, you guys kind of forget that you can ask me those questions. So, if you have questions about anything animation-wise, how I script, how I record, edit, things like that, go ahead and ask me in the comments of this one. Go ahead and tell me the episode that you saw something that you want to know how to do, or something like that, and I will make a video out of it. So, we can go ahead and get started. I got a question about this slide in episode 37, and it was specifically about how I made it look like Tropius was inside of the bathtub, like that, and I'm going to be addressing that, but I'm also going to go over the whole slide, because this slide has two other things that are very, very helpful when making a Total Pokemon Island, and that would be making it look like it's dark in the room, and also making custom sprites. See, like this is Absol with his eyes closed. There isn't a sprite for that, I just made it, so I'll show you how to do both of those things. So, first off, we are going to just pretty much recreate the entire slide. So, this is, I already have all my tabs open that I need, and this is the original background, and so I'm gonna paste it. You copy and paste, you don't have to save it or anything like that, and then you just expand it to where it is about the right size of the slide. And I cropped it originally because I did not like the way this whole thing looked. So now we're going to stretch it out, and let's see, how did I do it? Because it looks, much more distorted than it normally is. Okay, so then I cropped off a lot of the top too, so that it wouldn't look all distortion. No, it's not a word, but it is now. And obviously this isn't exactly what the original one looked like, because the cropping isn't an exact science. Well, it's pretty close. So, I'm going to go back and use this one, though. This was just to show you. And so also to make it look nighttime, you go to Format and Corrections, and then you can make it darker. I'm not quite sure which one I used. I think I used that one. That looks about the same level of darkness. And you do the same thing on the sprites to make it look like it's very mellow, and you can do a lot of other things, because this also happens to be one where I had to use a lot of lighting effects for the characters, like on this one, because see, the lights are all very red and warm. You can go to color, and you can give them a temperature change, and the temperature change, the higher the temperature, the more yellowish they are, and the lower the bluer. And because this is a copied and paste scene, it doesn't show which ones I already used, and I had to do the same thing but backwards, so I had to make them look cooler on this one, because the lights are very blue toned in this one. So now I'm going to erase this, because I don't need it, because I just was showing you guys how to do a background on that one. But now I'm going to show you how I did Tropius in the bathtub, and that's actually a pretty simple concept. So what you do is you copy and paste the background, and then you're going to crop it. So Tropius isn't that huge of a sprite, and we want him to be able to sink down a little bit. So we need about this much of the tub. And then you go to Remove Background, so then all you see is the white of the bathtub. That makes the rest of the picture invisible. So you'll mark your areas to keep. We want all of the bathtub to be visible, but we don't want the inside of the bathtub to be visible, because then it will cover up Tropius. So when you remove it and you leave just what the bathtub is, and then you can just set it right on top of Tropius, and you don't even know that it is a separate picture. As long as you line it up right, you can't even tell. See, I evidently did not line it up right. See, I still didn't, but you get the gist. And now the last thing that I wanted to address in this video, that's also in the slide, is how to make a custom sprite like so. And I'm not a sprite artist in any way, but little things such as adding mud to them, like I did with Arcanine and Corsola in episode 32 or 31, that's it. Or doing eyes closed sprites, or Corsola's Kim Kardashian sprite, those kind of things. I'll show you how to do that. So I'm going to be using the Absol eyes closed sprite. I'm going to be showing you how I made that. So I'm using this as my sprite selection right here. This website, it's Pokemon database, and then you go down to the bottom, pick the sprite that you want. I always use black and white sprites, except for a couple Pokemon like Growlithe and Dragonair, because I just didn't like their black and white sprites. And then you right click and you save it as an image, and then you go into your images. As you can see, I'm a very organized person because literally everything on my computer is in a folder somewhere. So then you open it, and are you open? Okay. Typically in an eyes closed sprite, what I like to do is I like to color it in with sort of the default color, which in this case would be sort of this kind of dark gray, kind of light gray. So then you fill in the entire eye, and then you get sort of the darker version of that color, and just fill it in like that. No, I don't like that. That, I kind of want to be like that, and then a darker gray right there. Oh, and I didn't do the other eye. That's why it looks so weird. Tee. And as you can see, it's on a lighter surface on this side. So you'll use a lighter color for both things. And ta-da! You have Absol with his eyes closed, and then you save that as a picture. And you go to any sort of website that can remove transparency. But the thing about Absol is that because Absol is white, he has a lot of white pixels on him, so if you were to remove white from the picture, it would make it to where a lot of Absol was invisible. So I'm going to use red because there is no red on him right now that we want to keep. There would be if his eyes were open, but because his eyes are closed, there's no red on him that we want to keep. So we're going to browse, and then we're going to pick the picture that we want. We're going to upload it, and we're going to click to select red. We're going to apply the threshold. We're going to save it to your computer. It's going to save it as some really weird file, probably into the downloads, and then in PowerPoint you'll just go Insert, Pictures, and in your downloads you should see an eyes closed Absol without a background. And that is how I created this scene of World Tour. Most scenes aren't this difficult. Most scenes are pretty basic. There are also a couple animations in this one, but most scenes aren't as complicated as this one. Typically they're more like this one, where there's like maybe a turning around animation or something of the sort, but nothing too crazy. But I hope that this is going to be a series that you guys will enjoy and also find to be super useful, because I'd love to see some people making Total Pokemon Islands, but I really hope that you guys know how to do it and that you won't feel like you're lost, and also that you guys won't feel like you won't be able to talk to me about things and how to just ask me things. I'm very approachable. I'll never ever be mean to you or anything like that. I won't ever be mean to you unless you're for some reason mean to me. So I hope that you guys thoroughly enjoyed this, and in the comments, go ahead and ask any questions that you may have that I could answer via a video, and I will be seeing you guys next time. I just uploaded a video with Kubicus, so go check that out, and episode 39 should be up, I think, tomorrow. I know I said it was going to be up by today, but I don't think that's going to happen because I'm not going to have time to record until tomorrow. So, yeah, I'll probably be seeing you guys tomorrow with episode 39, but until then, me loves, and wait, I have to be ready to stop it. Me loves, and bye!